Wakenya mko njaa?
Tuko njaa.
Wakenya mko njaa?
Tuko njaa.
Niko njaa.
Hata siwezi karanga. Uwe ae, shagala bagala. Niko tayari kulipa gharama. Sitasimama maovu ya kitawala. Sitasimama maovu ya kitawala. Ufisadi, ubinafsi, ukabila, kuuza sura wa...
Ladies and gentlemen, last year in 2024, the youths of Kenya protested against the Finance Bill 2024. This Finance Bill was introduced just after the Finance Bill 2023, which was also introduced. The reasons as to why the youths were protesting against this Finance Bill, it's because the Finance Bill 2023 went into West because there was a lot of embezzlement of public funds, people, especially the political class, living some lavish lifestyle. Which made Kenyans to ask themselves questions like, is this our money that is being used this way while we are not seeing any development projects on the ground? So people said, especially the youths, that first, before introduce Finance Bill 2024, please first let us know what is Finance Bill 2023 doing in the country. What has it done? Let the money that was collected from Kenyans be accountable first. William Ruto did not listen to the voices of the youths. Youths who are speaking even on behalf of the parents and the grandparents. The youth of this country went to the streets for the first time, the second time, until the third time when they had to occupy the parliament buildings to tell the MPs to simply to vote no against the Finance Bill 2024. Despite all that happening, the MPs went ahead to vote yes. And as the updates were coming through, while youths, we were in the streets, it was like the MPs have defied our request, our demands. So youths, we decided to occupy parliament. During the occupation, the police of Kenya were very brutal. We had a scenario where youths were being flashed by water, actual tear gas water, some orange water that we had not seen before, some chemicals. The police decided to beat youths right, left, and center. Youths were being arrested, and the climax of it all is that youths were being shot like chicken in the streets. They occupied, as they were occupying parliament, as they were entering the parliament buildings, people were shot. And as they were leaving, running out of the parliament buildings, they were also shot. In all the occasions, it was very clear that no one was armed. Either they were running away, and actually most of them were running away, and others were holding water, flag, and their phones. The police literally decided to send a signal that we will kill you, we don't care. Now that happened, and there were some few significant things that happened there that really shocked Kenyans. Number one, it's that some of the police officers were in masks and in plain clothes. So you could not tell who are these. Are they police officers? Are they thugs? Or they are police officers with bad intentions? These are the people who are killing youths. However, there are also cases of police officers who are in uniform but in masks as well. So you could not tell who was this shooting Kenyans. Now, the youths were shot and went down lying in the parliament buildings, blood all over, as the MPs were voting yes in support of the finance bill, as William Ruto was watching as the youths get killed. Until date, we are yet to know which police officers killed those youths. And actually, something that also happened after the killings, youths started disappearing one by one. After the occupation of parliament, youths got abducted, others got killed, and we don't know, even up to now, there are many whom we don't know where they are as we speak today. Now, the BBC, BBC is one of the renowned news centers, and as we speak today, it has released a documentary that is exposing what Kenyans, who are these killing Kenyans, and what Kenyans underwent during the occupation of parliament on 25th June 2024. Despite that they do not disclose so many people, they have shown a few people who were killed. And also, at least, they also unmasked some of the police officers who were engaged. From this documentary, I was able to note a few observations And that is what going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before I take you through, kindly if this is the first time you're watching my videos here, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that's the best support you can always give this channel. My name is Abel Mokwa. Number one observation I made is that it was a sad story to watch this clip once again. Some clips were repeating themselves in that we had watched them on social media, how people were being killed, how bodies were in the streets. So to remind ourselves on the same, it was a sad story indeed to listen and watch actually. Now, another thing that I was able to learn from this is that being a sad story, the sadness actually was more increased when we saw a parent crying, saying about broken, burying a son, as William Ruto, his family are enjoying the state security, while the same police officers protecting them have been sent by William Ruto to go and kill youths on the streets. Ladies and gentlemen, it was very sad. Another lesson that I learned here, it is a great documentary. Why? It exposed some of the things that we could not know. It's a great documentary because they have also taken their time, almost a year plus, almost actually a year, to simply compile the 5,000 videos and find out who are these who are killing Kenyans. One of the critical information that was released from the documentary, it is of a young man who literally participated in the rescue or in trying to save lives of some of the people who were shot in the streets. Unfortunately, there are some who died that he could not save, but there are some who were injured by the police bullets, and he went and called for some youths and they tried to move them to safer places for either first aid or maybe treatment, because there were youths in the streets who could help some of these people who were shot. That youth was by the name Ademba Alans. That is the hero we need to celebrate till date. He was actually a journalism student at Multimedia University, I think of Goldista, and want to wish more the best in whatever thing that he's doing. I will reach out actually to his number and probably say thanks to him, because that was a great job, because probably saved a life, especially for those who are not shot at critical areas like the head and the chest, and more especially in the stomach. Those who are shot at the legs probably saved them in one way or the other. Another thing that I learned and maybe observed from this clip, it's the fact that there was an involvement of the KDF. The clip, and I urge you guys to want to watch it, it was able to show a KDF officer who was literally in uniform with the KDF badge, literally shooting a young man in the parliament buildings. This young man was not attacking this police officer, this KDF officer. This young man was running out of parliament buildings and he literally shot him. That is a sad story indeed to listen to and to watch. Later on, after the protests, we had the KDF being deployed in the Nairobi streets. So the deployment orders came very fast because we realized that Ndwale forwarded, I don't know, the statement to parliament, I don't know how they call it. Very fast, the statement was made and the KDF were released. Parliament passed and the KDF were released. But the fact remains that the release of the KDF to the civilians, it was done even before the parliamentary process of deploying the KDF to the streets of Nairobi. Because the BBC News was able to capture a KDF officer who was in uniform, shooting seriously on the common man, a youth of this country, fighting for his country, harmless, running away from the police. That was a sad story. And then I asked myself, what was the basic role of this KDF? To kill. Why? Because shooting a young man who is running away from you has not endangered your life in any way. Shooting that young man, it was basically to send a signal that we can kill you and there's nothing you can do. A very sad story indeed to learn today. And that is what I got to observe. Please go and watch the video so that you can be able to learn more on what happened on 25th June 2024. I want to really remember those who passed on and tell their families to take heart, because I'm sure this clip reminded them so many painful memories. My name is Abel Mokwa. Let's keep following here on Mokwa Times, and that's the best way you can always support this channel. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, because that's the best support you can always give me.